What's up, listeners? It's your second favorite co-host here to announce a turning point venture for our podcast. Over the last 3.5 years, we've developed our own lore and IP, so naturally, that can only mean one thing: aggressive merchandising. I'm proud to rattle off a curated selection of products we have coming to you in the upcoming months. We've got t-shirts, stickers, and thong bikinis with our logo on them. Plus socks covered in socks. They're stockings coated in our cat's loose hair. Got a fatal snore? Get a Franklin-shaped CPAP machine with crinkle bone action. How about our very own Goop candles? But it's not scented to Nicole's hoo-ha. It's the sweet smell of her sweaty head. Has your relationship gone cold? Well, heat it up with It Takes Two to Toku's Tango and Toku Instructional Beta Max Tape Series. Clobber your cyberbullies with Hit People Guy VR boxing gloves so you can hit people, guy. Pick up a bottle of Ranger Command Power Hour Sweet Cream. That's not a cum joke. It's a reference to that classic mouth infection bit of ours that originated on the wildly popular podcast Ranger Command Power Hour. Want a working operational Dino Cat Gundam? Too bad, because if you do, you can't afford the one we're offering. Don't wait. Grab these, minus the Gundam, and so much more over at shopenvy.msspod.biz/ODATCat to be our sugar parent. And don't forget to use promo code MIDDLEFINGERYOURDAD at checkout for a complimentary industrial-sized bottle of our sweet cream. I'm a sellout.
And I'm Nicole.
And this is Mostly Speakin' Sentai, brought to you by our foreign patrons at patreon.com/MLM Pod.
Oh, yes, guys. Like I didn't say every single goddamn week, I'm James, and oh my god, my co-host, let's introduce her, the bricks, the coal, the bride to... can't do that bit anymore. It's Nicole.
Hi.
I was going to be like, oh, and my co-host just is always saying, stop being so nice to me. But then when I actively am not nice to you, you say, why aren't you being nice to me? Like when I ignore you and say, hey, this is a mean jampy day. I'm going to be rude, crude, and covered in prunes. You know?
Yeah.
You say, get that prune shit out of here. Or I'm going to have some prune shits, and you're just dumping out everywhere.
Okay. Yeah.
Dietary fiber. You heard of it?
Uh-huh.
Okay, it's good for you.
Yeah.
Do you dietary fiber, listeners? Let us know. Mix it up. Beans.
It's not a verb, dude.
Supplement. I'm making it a verb. It's what you do. You dietary fiber.
You fiber yourself.
Cystic fibrosis. Is that similar?
I
think that's when your bones stop working. Maybe. I don't know.
I don't think that's a real thing.
Yes, it is. MC Chris is always raising money for it. To fight it, not...
Cystic fibrosis.
Yeah, there you go. Is that what I said?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a real thing.
All right.
Or crystal fibrosis. I don't know.
Yeah.
How are you? Do you want to introduce the
good.
guest?
Sure.
This is combative today.
What?
I just screamed it at you.
Okay.
Did you not hear me?
You said something combative today.
This is combative today.
This is. Got it.
What'd you think I said? Titses? Pissmas?
Sure.
Oh, pissmas combative today? There we go.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Today our guest is Marz from who I work with.
Beautiful intro.
Nailed it.
So we're not saying
No
where we work.
retakes.
Even though people know where you work.
Okay.
We've had multiple guests on that are like, yeah, guys, check it out.
At Chicago Comics?
Yeah.
Okay.
Kevin,
Yeah.
Raphael,
Yeah.
Donatello,
Yeah.
Michelangelo,
Yeah.
Leonardo,
Uh-huh.
the fourth one.
Yeah.
Or did I say all four?
You said all four.
God damn it. I was doing the bit Nicole does that isn't a bit.
I was wondering if you're trying to think of like the one with
Venus?
the ski mask.
Oh, Casey?
Yeah.
Okay.
For some reason, I was thinking Todd.
Oh, no. The fifth turtle, which is the female turtle, is Venus.
There's the lady turtle.
Yeah, originated in Saban's Ninja Turtles Next Mutation.
That's cool.
And is finally coming back to the series in the comics.
Okay.
They're like, ooh, Venus, you're so sexy. You want to rub tails?
What happened to April?
Oh, well, April's still there. But she's not a turtle, is she?
I
No.
you know, the most recent Ninja Turtle things I've seen was the Bay movies, so I'm a little.
Well, she made the turtles.
Yeah, and those ones, yeah.
Yeah.
But she's definitely a fetishized sex object there.
Yeah, for the turtles.
For the turtles.
Yeah.
That's, I think, one of the only porns Nicole has seen is that,
I have not seen it. I've seen like a clip.
which is them just showering her bukkake style with huge.
And I had previously just deleted it from my mind.
It's
but
back
of
in there?
course, James had to bring
Why?
it up.
There was also that Hannah Montana porn parody that you watched this, Nicole. You watched like less than a minute and you're like, nope, this is too aggressive. No.
I must have completely deleted that one.
Yeah. You might have been drunk while watching it. You were like, I'm fucking drunk. Let me see what's on the television. And Brandon just had it playing.
Yeah, that sounds like me.
It also sounds like Brandon.
God.
This did not happen. She did watch this, but the additional information.
So my news for this week, it's actually next week, but we have an appointment to go look at cats again. Specifically one called Crunchwrap Supreme.
And we're keeping that name. Wait, that's not tomorrow?
Yes.
Oh, it is
But
tomorrow.
I'm saying it didn't happen yet.
Okay.
So it's not really news.
But when you said next week, I was like, fuck, is that next Tuesday? Okay, I'm cool with
sorry.
that.
Wait, so you are getting a new cat soon?
Maybe.
Yay.
We're looking at cats.
Okay.
I talked to my mom because it was Mother's Day.
Gross.
And she somehow it ended up her convincing me to get another cat again. So she was like, I'll pay for it. And I was like, why? You're weird.
You should hold her to that. Meaning, hey, cat needs to go to the vet. Hey, cat needs food.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, you know what they say, never look a gift cat in the mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it will.
It'll bite you.
Yeah, it'll punch you in the mouth.
Yeah.
That's our experience, at least with this cat.
Yeah.
You could rub Frank's fang and he'd be fine with it. And you could do it for a long time. Frank was our last cat.
Okay.
He had one fang, and I rubbed it for good luck. I was like, oh, give me some luck today.
I had 2 cats growing up, and neither of them really bit me, but both of them scratched me a whole lot.
Mm-hmm.
That's my experience with cats. Also, I was trying to think. I think there's something bad in cats' mouths, but I can't remember what it is. Oh, it's glands at the back of their. Never mind. Then we'll be talking about kitty cancer. That's not fun.
Uh-oh.
Sweet.
It's bad for them, not for you guys.
Bad for me.
Can they spit cancer at you?
Hoi!
That'd be a nice ability to have.
No.
Spit cancer.
Yeah.
It'd be terrifying. Isn't that Deadpool's ability?
I don't think so, but I'm pretty sure some
Definitely not.
shitty hardcore underground rapper has said that. I spit cancer. No one come
Ooh,
back
yeah,
to me.
You spit your rhyme.
And they're so
like
sick.
Cancer because they're infectious.
Yeah. And guys, don't come back to me and be like, actually, MC Deep and Deep Swish, a song you produced, said that. I don't want to hear that.
Okay.
It could be, I spit cancer as in you blew someone who's a Cancer star sign and,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Or someone with testicular cancer you blew and then your mouth is full of it.
that would be really bad for you.
I don't think it would. Unless they're going through, I want doctors out there. If someone's going through chemo, I mean, you probably shouldn't be blowing them. They probably aren't up for that. But I don't know how libidos are during chemo. Should you spit out the semen or is it fine to swallow?
Chemito.
What?
Chemo and libido. Chemito.
Oh, okay, all right.
That's my only contribution at this point in time.
I forget what I say, so I was like, I don't know. What is that?
That's a blessing.
And I was afraid, did I mispronounce chemo?
Nope.
right.
I was thinking libido, kettle, and I decided on chemito.
I like it.
So
I'm a Komodo dragon. Meow.
Yeah. Ooh woo.
Ooh, yeah.
Ooh, woo.
No.
I now see why Nicole is only exacerbated with me at work.
Why?
Because she lives with you.
But is that a good thing or a bad thing?
I'll let Nicole be the judge on that one.
What's up? Nicole, explain yourself.
I was just gonna say, how was your week, bro?
Oh,
It's an audio medium.
my week's okay. I don't really know any. Oh, the Penteveret. I talked about it on Shuffling the Deck, but watch that. It's dope.
It was like more funny. James reading the comments.
Oh, my, yes.
And I was like dying laughing.
Are you familiar with the Penteveret, Mike Myers' Netflix show?
No.
It's a conspiracy theory show that.
Yes.
It's very funny and very good. But I was looking because I'm like, what's other people's opinions on this? And I was scrolling through comments, and more than half of them are just people going, wow, man, it's right in front of you. They're showing you the truth, but hiding it with comedy. This is typical Hollywood bullshit, making conspiracy theorists look like jokes. So when real shit goes down and people are speaking the truth, they're crazy people.
Yeah, one of them was like, oh, it's funded by the state. And I was like, yes, the shadow state.
Yeah.
Deep State. It's the fan fiction Deep State specifically.
Deep State 9, that's my favorite Star Trek.
Okay.
I'm a new generation. Or next generation, my bad. Don't come for me, Trekkies.
I'm Star Trek Atlantis.
What?
I'm mashing things up.
Okay. I want to make sure.
I'm Star Trek Episode 1, The Phantom Khan.
With Captain Pike
Yeah,
for like 2 episodes.
I don't know. I'm doing too many mashups that I've never seen Wrath of Khan. I don't know Phantom Menace that well anymore.
Oh, I thought you were doing like Danny Phantom.
Oh, no.
Danny Phantom meets Star Trek.
Wow, that would be insane.
I mean, so my first episode of Star Trek was the worst episode you should watch, and it was of Next Generation, and it's when the hot redheaded doctor goes to her grandmother's funeral and discovers her grandmother's been dating a ghost for 20 years.
Oh, man.
And it's just got this really awkward, like 10-minute sex scene between an invisible ghost and this woman. And I was like, maybe Star Trek isn't for me, and quit it and didn't watch it for another like 4 years.
Oh my gosh. Without the sex scene, it sounds like a YA graphic novel that I would read.
This would have the opposite effect on me. It would be like Ghoulies 3 all over again, where I watch it and I'm like, holy shit, this show is for me. And then I watch the rest and I'm like, oh wow, they fell off hard from that first ep.
No, it wasn't the first episode. It was just randomly on TV, and I was just watching it. And it's the one episode that you should not start with. And apparently, a lot of Trek people are like, yeah, no, we pretend that doesn't exist in Next Gen.
Well,
does not exist.
I'm gonna pretend that it's the only episode, and I'm gonna watch that.
It's so bad.
No, this is for me.
It's really bad.
It's like Kirby right back at you with 4Kids TV. This is for me TV. What if there were 4 of me?
What if?
Marvels. Damn, they need to do an episode on that. What if there were 4 James?
What if Wolverine was king of the vampires?
Wasn't he at one point?
In a what if, yeah.
Yeah.
There are like multiple ones where it's like, what if he's a vampire? And I'm
Yeah.
like, who is writing these same vampire ones over and over again, just lobbying so hard for this to be real?
What if Spider-Man was his Uncle Ben?
Okay.
And it's just him constantly being pulled from the grave and into real life?
Terrifying.
Yeah, that's some fucked up shit. I'm high, obviously. How else could I have come up with that
You're
messed
not.
up thought? Do another what if that's not real. It needs to be an original idea.
Not real?
We're talking about comics though. Everything's real at some point.
Yeah.
Or
What
another.
okay, so Uncle Ben
Honestly,
and Peter
like,
are the same?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
if you would have said that without your explanation, I would have been like, yeah, that's probably, like, I would have believed you that's real.
What if Godzilla fought Charles Barkley? That's a real thing.
Who's Charles Barkley?
A basketball player. Marvel put it out.
Why?
I thought I bought that for you.
No.
Okay, I bought you the first issue.
Yeah, because that was the only one I didn't have.
Well, guess what? You're missing the Godzilla versus Charles Barkley.
I'm
It was a
also
basketball
missing Gorgo.
Ooh, gotta get the Gorgo.
Gotta get the Gorgo.
Give me 2 Marvel characters, and I'll make a what if.
Kamala Khan.
Give me one that I am aware of.
Captain America.
Okay,
Rocket
Captain America.
Raccoon.
And Rocket Raccoon. Okay.
Rocket Raccoon.
Racket. Hey.
What if Rocket Raccoon gave Captain America rabies?
Yeah.
That could happen.
Okay. What if they were in a throuple with Groot?
That wouldn't happen with Kevin Feige. Or no, wait, who's the leader? Who's the leader
Kevin
of Marvel?
Feige?
It is Feige?
Yeah.
The head?
Feige.
Yeah.
I think he would do that.
Nah.
It would have to be in like volume 4 because I think Groot still might be adolescent in the third one.
And well, you'd also have to fight for like many years and try to get around like, does it count if it's a gay I was just thinking about the gay relationship thing. I was not at all thinking about the fact that it's a furry thing.
Which is fine.
Which is fine.
Furries is fine these days.
What if Captain America was Rocket Raccoon's son?
Ooh, I like that. Oh my God. That would be so adorable. Is he a raccoon as well?
I don't know.
No, Captain America's just a furry. And
human.
his son. Nope, it's the other way around. We said Rocket Raccoon's son,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Okay, whoops. Well, Rocket Raccoon is a genetically
No,
modified.
I like that. It reminds me of like Boy and the Beast.
Okay.
Where like he is a furry because he's like, I'm a raccoon too.
Oh no!
But he's really not.
And you want to know what? Peggy's his mother.
I don't know how I feel about that.
It's Rocket Raccoon and Peggy. They got married and then had Captain America.
Rocket
Okay.
Raccoon got pegged.
Yeah. And Peggy got that red rocket. There we go.
Okay.
Oh
We pulled it around.
Always have to take it too far.
And she pulled back that foreskin
Okay.
and said, "Ooh, give me that hot spum."
no!
Okay.
Do dogs have foreskin?
They like
Also,
other
do
animals.
raccoons have?
Well, I think like the skin that covers
What's a raccoon penis look like? My only idea of what a raccoon's penis looks like is from that Ghibli film about the tanuki. Pompoko.
Do they have penises in that?
They specifically have nut sacks that can inflate and create shapes
Okay.
and help them shapeshift, and they like take over a human town by like.
But I thought they just had balls.
Yeah.
I didn't know they had penises.
I mean, they didn't draw the penises; they drew the
Yeah,
balls,
see,
but
you
one
don't
would
see
assume
it.
the other.
So then you haven't seen a raccoon penis.
No, that's why I said it's the closest I've come to seeing a
Okay.
raccoon penis. And tanukis aren't
Got it,
raccoons
got it, got it,
technically. I
got
think
it,
they're
got
more
it.
like dogs.
Well, I think a dog, you can kind of see like where a dog's penis is, and then it like pulls out. I mean, it pushes out of that area. So that I think is all a dog's foreskin. So I think a raccoon's the same way. A raccoon's not, when you see a raccoon
But like,
running
how
around.
do you know? Because they're like, we're mammals. Like our penises don't look like dogs' penises.
But when you see a raccoon and they stand up on their hind legs, do they just have a floppy donger out?
I don't know. I haven't really seen a raccoon in person.
I think we might, besides like gorillas and people in the primates family, I think we're the only ones with just dongers hanging out.
I'm Googling what a raccoon penis looks like now.
All right, guys, do not show us.
What about horses?
Oh, yeah. No, horses also extend out, I think, don't they? I know they're wet, and I only know that because of Freddie got fingered.
So apparently you can get raccoon penis earrings.
Okay.
Oh,
It
that's
is
not
the-
what we're looking for,
It's
though.
the first thing. Oh, they have bones. They have bones in their penises. So,
Oh.
and the bones can be turned into jewelry.
Oh, I thought you were like earrings in the shape of.
No, like
Okay.
they take the bone
Ah.
from the raccoon's penis and turn it into something that would be an earring or a necklace. Yeah, I'm only seeing like pictures of the bone, not the actual penis.
Well, that means that it comes out of somewhere.
Yeah, it's like, yep, people turn it.
I think you need to say erect raccoon penis.
It's like, what? My what?
You need to Google that.
What raccoon penis?
Erect raccoon penis.
Erect.
Also, hold that phone in front of the mic.
Google search
Sorry,
history.
thank you. Erect. Okay. All right. Let's see what Google Images gets me this time.
And maybe put in nude in porn. If I want to see nudity, if I want to see a donger, I'm putting in nude in porn.
Just type Rule 34.
Rule 30.
Rocket Raccoon.
That I've seen before.
Okay.
And it's just got,
but then you'll just get the Sonic effect where they just draw a human penis on him.
Oh.
Well, I found it anyways. They just drew a
Okay.
human penis on a raccoon.
I feel like you have safe search on.
I do have child lock on my phone. Someone else do this,
God
please.
damn it. Oh, oh no, that's
I
the bone.
refuse.
Yeah. No, that's the bone.
What a time to be alive.
It's just bones. It is just the bones.
Hold on, everyone. It's a raccoon with just like a fry thing full of raccoon bone
Bones.
penises, and
Yeah.
he's holding it saying hello.
Why?
Chimpanzees actually have penis bones too, apparently, according to NBCnews.com.
Well, that's fake media, okay?
As does walruses.
Guys, I don't think raccoons have penises.
They have penis bones.
Yeah, what?
Yeah. It's a myth made by Marvel perverts trying to propagate that Rocket Raccoon could father Captain America.
Yeah, because it's a real storyline.
Yeah, I'm calling you the pervert, Nicole.
No.
Oh, wow, hey guys, let's get into Super Sentai.
Yeah.
I did not think we were 24 minutes in.
Yeah.
Wowzers. Okay. Hey guys, sorry about all of that.
You should be, honestly.
Marz,
I'm not.
what is your experience with Super Sentai and Super Sentai and Power Rangers?
Very little to none as an adult. I'm sure I watched a lot as a kid, but I have a very foggy memory of that time because that's what you do when you're a child.
You get blazing, things get foggy.
Yeah.
I suppose.
Yeah.
I don't do that.
You weren't token up when you were a kid eating eucalyptus while hanging off from a branch?
No, sadly.
Oh, damn.
I have a theory that like being a child is similar to like being on drugs.
Yeah.
I technically was a child and on drugs.
Congratulations.
Okay.
12 years old, blazing it up.
Don't need to brag.
Mm-hmm.
Not
Oh,
all
I
of us
thought-
could be cool.
I wasn't on any antidepressants as a child, should have been.
I had an inhaler. Does that count?
Oh, yeah, I guess. Steroids is drugs.
What time did you start drinking coffee?
Probably Gilmore Girls era.
I mean, definitely before that.
Oh,
I was
really?
like in 11th grade when I watched Gilmore Girls.
Oh, I didn't start drinking coffee till we met.
Oh. No, because we would play video games
Oh.
and drink coffee.
Just have a soda pop.
Because also that.
Whoa. A Jolt soda and a coffee to wake you up?
Yeah, just absolute trash.
That
Ew.
sounds very bad for your heart and your parents.
No wonder your spine is metal. You drank too much coffee.
Yeah.
It turned it into metal.
Definitely my fault.
Yeah. You have a metal spine because you were the star and winner of Hole in the Wall.
Yeah, obviously.
Mm-hmm. You got to get
That's
into...
the grand prize.
Yeah, you get crinkly spine, and then they're like,
They
hey...
give you scoliosis, and then they give you a metal spine to fix it.
Yeah.
After you win.
Da 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 da.
It's Cartoon Network's fault.
It's the deep state.
It's the deep state.
Hole in the Wall is also a great Pornhub game show.
I mean, yeah.
Pornhub
That's a
has
great
game
name.
shows?
They should have game shows. The only game shows you get are the Japanese ones.
True.
Where it's like, oh, can you guess your mother's naked body? If not, you have to come in her.
Oh my god.
It's not real. Fingers crossed.
Sorry. I've never been on Pornhub, I guess is now the time to say that.
It was big on like RedTube when that was out. It was like the #1 watched video.
What is RedTube?
It's like pre-Pornhub.
Okay,
And I think Pornhub bought RedTube.
Okay.
cool.
They kind of have a monopoly.
Do they?
On like free porn sites, I think.
There's also like amateur. I know this because one of my friends from college does like amateur porn with her partner.
Has Pornhub bought OnlyFans yet?
No, not yet.
Is OnlyFans pornographic?
Yeah. What?
Okay.
I mean, it's like, I don't think it was made for that, but it just is.
Now it is. Marz, what?
Is it like sexy? I thought it was just like bedroom shots.
No, you can like have hardcore sex and post it on OnlyFans.
Oh.
That's like the whole like joke with, and there was that they were going
That
to
huge,
stop.
like,
Well, sex work
Yeah.
is a wide breadth in a large field. I assumed that photography and elements of it, and teasing is part of the. I don't know.
Oh no, Bad Baby's on there, or Bad Bunny? Yeah, Bad Bunny.
I don't know who that is.
Daniel
some sort of a musician.
The Catch Me Outside girl.
The only OnlyFans people I know are trans men.
Do you know who Catch Me Outside girl is?
No.
Okay, Marz.
Yeah, I'm sorry, and I only know it because they promote it on their YouTube page.
Okay. Man, I need an OnlyFans. Let's switch from Patreon to OnlyFans. James, you could just do sex stuff on Patreon.
Can you?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Then why would you switch? That sounds unnecessary.
I don't know. I like the color scheme of OnlyFans more.
Is that a wise financial and logistical decision, though?
For my eyeballs, it sure is.
Your screen is orange.
Okay, well, it's still a better color scheme. Then,
If you say so.
yeah.
Oh my gosh, the episode.
Yeah.
Sentai, not hentai.
What's the name of the episode?
5 Kundals.
Episode 23, I believe.
I don't know. I didn't write
And a
that.
quick rundown of this. Fumiya, everyone's favorite twin, is just hanging out, having puppet shows in the park, and then,
Yeah.
a man with no face comes around, and it's not Comatose's first song or whatever on The Ugly, and they're creeping up, saying, oh, we got this doll, and now it has a soul, and it's a big old monster, and we can control you guys because there's dolls of the 5 men, and you better watch out, 5 man.
So I was very confused about like the mechanics of this.
Yes.
I'm like, is it because of Kaiju again? Or no, because they transform. So is it because of the no face person that the dolls have that like power?
I think it's Toy Story rules.
Or it's just because?
But if it was Toy Story rules, then the puppets would have been alive from the get-go.
Well, I
Yeah.
think they need to, the life needs to be triggered, just like all you snowflake cucks out there. And
Snucks.
I think that like everything has a soul. Like a Divic box has souls in it, but they're not going to get out and be alive unless you open it up.
I mean, it is like a Japanese thing of like each item in your house has like a soul and like
Okay.
there's a spirit sort of something to it. And I think like dolls and elements of that have like another added something or other. It's been a
Because they're
while since I've read about
humanoid?
it. Yeah, humanoid or human-esque shaped. But like that's actually the whole Marie Kondo thing. It was like it's not
Yeah.
just get rid of everything in your house. It's say thank you to the things you're getting rid of because they still served you in some way or shape or form, and their house spirits deserve respect before you sell them to Walmart or no, not Walmart, not Walgreens.
Goodwill.
Thank you.
Or just throw it up on eBay.
That works too.
God, this episode has summer vibes through and through because it starts out with them introducing this puppet troupe. Says, hello, we are the Summer Vacation Kids, which is a very cute name, but also alt titles for Ed, Ed, and Eddie. Also Phineas and Ferb. Big
Sure.
City Greens.
Oh yeah.
A lot of shows could be retitled Summer Vacation Kids. And the Wiggles could have a song called Summer Vacation, Kids.
I won't miss that
could, sure.
summertime children's show.
Yeah.
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 I love, like,
yeah.
this,
Yeah.
it just feels like summer. They're in this junkyard that's deep forest, deep state,
Deep state forest.
and it's lush. And I would have loved hanging out there. There probably would have been bugs, so I would have been going, ooh, gross.
There's
Yeah.
a forest? I thought they were just like in this like park
Yeah.
in
No.
this town.
No, when they go to that junkyard area.
Oh, after the puppets get stolen.
Yeah. I'm
Got
just saying
it.
all the things that have the summer vibe are there.
Yes.
And here are the list. Okay. So
You're not gonna list things?
I just did. The park
Okay.
and the lush junkyard.
Okay. Got it.
I had already listed.
Got it.
And enlisted into the Kiss Army.
Noted.
Lunkyard.
Luscious junkyard. See, I keep on my toes with Marz around. Gotta constantly remember what I just said.
I apologize.
No, it's fine.
For giving you this challenge.
It's fine. I like it.
Responsibility to your words.
I mean, I should.
Unlike me, who at the end of the day will just go over every single word I said over and over again until I find some hole I can poke into it and hate myself for it.
Dude, you have to you gotta either do drugs or masturbate. Those are the two things you gotta do.
No, that doesn't really happen that much anymore. So.
Okay.
But also because I don't ever hang out with people. So, because it's more so like, how could this person misconstrue what I said in a way that I'm like, oh, they probably hate me for this thing that I said, even though it's not true.
It's more so a morsel for your brain to consume and say, hate yourself, baby.
Yeah.
And from more so to more soul to talking about puppet souls.
Yeah, okay,
Puppet
there we
souls.
go.
Puppet souls. What are the mechanics of
The
when the
mechanics
puppets have a
of
soul?
puppet souls. Title of the episode.
The next Demon Slayer game.
Both of you guys, when it goes to the Zone Army and they're watching this on TV and they're like, how dare they insult us with puppets? I'll cut them down.
Which is basically brings us full circle to the Pentaveret Twitter comments.
Oh, yeah. So this is the episode where Super Sentai, I think, starts airing when they're kind of in the back half of filming. So they probably we're halfway through pretty much. They saw the ratings being terrible. It's not on 5-man. I think we have not discussed this on the show. I looked into it, and at the same time this was airing, Dragon Ball, Ramna 1/2, and I forget the other anime. Those were starting to come into their own.
Yeah,
so it wasn't that 5-man is bad. It's just there were things that were new and kids were excited about and wanted to watch those things opposed to this. They saw the ratings be terrible. Also with like Turbo Ranger the year before, I think people were like, well, we're done with Sentai. This is clearly when they're like, we have to take a hard right turn and change this up. And that's when we're going to start seeing just such absurdities happen. My favorite episode in this series is next week, or the next episode, I should say, because next week we might be doing a Bible Man, baby. I think... No. Bible Man's dope. You got to check it out.
I have heard.
No, it's bad.
You like Bible Man.
I do.
Okay, there you go. But it is bad. Yeah, I will say, this is the hard cut from... Yeah, there's a little goofiness here and there, but it's still a pretty serious show. Now there's a lot of goofiness here, but it's kind of a serious show.
Like, it's somehow very lighthearted, but also like very dark at the same time. Because I'm like, this could just turn any second now.
Yeah, with that no-face dude, he's terrifying.
It's I'm sad they underutilized that character because he's fucking creepy.
I described him as Rorschach Clayface or Clayface Rorschach.
Yeah.
Fuck that, dude.
He also looks like the Gorma when they spoiler alerts for Die Ranger later in the series, so it'll be a 10-second skip forward. When they turn into the mud people.
Sure, yeah.
That's also giving off hella vibes.
It looks like an unfinished cosplay of No Face.
Oh,
from
yeah.
Spirited Away.
Did your art teacher ever in school have you like make your own masks by putting you put Vaseline on your face and then plaster strips on your face so your mask would only fit to your face? It was literally a mask of your face.
Yeah.
Yes, but with our hands?
Yeah, it was that, but on that guy's face. And then he
Yeah.
somehow stole a child's puppet, which I was upset about. And I was like, no, don't defile the puppet, and absorbed it into him somehow.
Absorbed its soul.
Oh. Why doesn't he just do that with a child?
Oh my God.
Well, because then he'd just become a child.
Yeah.
Children can't beat up 5-men.
But what if he did a 5-man?
That he should have done.
What if he just did what demons do? Pretend to be a child so that the 5 men trust them and are vulnerable. And then when they least expect it, you strike them.
They did that in Die Ranger of like a doppelganger. They took the soul or the genetic makeup of one of the Die Ranger, but that's because Kazu in real life had a twin and they could utilize, they're identical twins, do this up.
Yeah, I vaguely remember that.
As opposed to doing
Vaguely.
a Lindsay Lohan Parent Trap.
Yeah, this show does not have the budget. Speaking of which, like this show, like they're like, wow, we need to pull back a little. The easiest way to pull back, it's like, okay, time is money. How do we not have to train people fight choreography and really like do a bunch of angles? Just make them fight invisible things, just stabbing into them.
Well, no, so the bad guys are stabbing the puppets. And then everyone's reacting very similar to like how Hollywood cinema depicts voodoo dolls and how they work and flinging them around and that sort of thing. And they're just sitting there doing flips. And like, I was just impressed by the actors' like athleticism.
Yeah, but
like throughout all of it.
But it is, hey, budget-wise, that's
Yes.
very good to do.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they didn't have to pay actors to be the like minion characters to show up.
I wrote, show me on the puppet where the mean alien touched you.
Oh no.
I do like how Dongaros comes in and he's like, you guys know how dolls have souls. Oh, you don't? Well, shit. Because if one of my yogis had a soul, especially that like Beanie Baby looking one, oh my God. He's just walking around saying, yay.
Oh my gosh.
What are you going to do to Yogi Bear, sir?
Nothing.
Just be his best friend.
Yes, that's what I wish
With
Yogi
his
was real.
consent, I feel like if we're assuming that there are souls and
Yeah.
you're touching someone's soul puppet, like you should have permission to touch their soul puppet.
Well, no, it's Yogi. Like he comes to life, like in the end. That's what I'm saying. When we skipped ahead to the end of the episode.
Yeah,
I'm
he
sorry.
does that a lot.
I'm
Yeah.
still in the bad guys stabbing the puppets.
Dongaros, we're now into the junkyard.
Yeah.
And he says, welcome to the demonic zone theater, but it's not spelled ER, which means it's kind of lowbrow theater. It's not high art.
Obviously.
I take offense.
Or wait, I mean RE, not ER.
It was in Japanese.
Oh, the subtitles didn't say theatra, they said theater, like you're going to see, I don't know.
So one of them refers to the art form and the other refers to the building. A theater, ER, is the building. A theater, RE, is like the art or like a theater troupe.
Okay, all right. Well,
I think.
Either way, it's lowbrow and not in the cool way like Sonic for Hire, former guest, and they suck. They're shit. Also, so and speaking on that, they start fighting these puppets. The puppets start fighting each other to hurt each other. We've discussed that. And I just thought like an aspiring actor, young in Japan, is like, I'm going to go to America. I got into Tish. Hell yes. I'm going to go there. I'm a fish out of water, but I succeeded. I excelled there. I'm going to go back to Japan and show them what I am made of. And then they're just in a junked out bus, just with hand puppets hurting each other.
Asparagus for a head.
Uh-huh.
I will say on the note of like just puppetry in general, like the costume puppets were really cool.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes. I don't know if they've ever made these available. So that's why we did the intro as the intro is. This feels like, wow, ratings are bad. The people who are watching, we need to give them something that they will absolutely buy, because toy sales were also down 4 or 5, man, which is why when you go to conventions and they have any 5-man stuff, it's very expensive because it's not, even though it's like, well, it's not that sought after. It shouldn't be that expensive, but it is.
Like for the one person who wants it, they'll pay a lot for it.
And it's this dude, and I won't pay a lot because I don't have a job.
My apologies, sir.
Don't do it. Okay, so the giant hair lady shows up.
Yeah.
Can other people see her?
I believe so, yes.
Like on Earth.
I think it's like a representation that it looks like it's big in the sky, but it's probably not like that big in the sky. Like that's the only way we could make this impactful in cinema is it covers the sky, but in reality, probably it might also be like do Aurora Borealis. It's like a rainbow where because rainbows you can't. I'm trying to think of an anomaly that you can only see from a certain angle. It might be like that. I don't know.
A mirage.
Yeah, there you go. It's like a mirage.
Oh, I thought it was the Teletubbies' baby son grows up to become a Japanese cosplayer.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
That was kind of the energy I got, and I really liked actually just the camera work in general of like where they placed the camera to like cost save, but also was actually just genuinely pretty good with like the lady in the sky and then like showing her looking down to see how puny you are. I was like, that's some good camera work.
Guys, Marvel's What If the Teletubbies were the Avengers?
That's just the Teletubbies.
No, but they're fighting Thanos. Thanos he doesn't even need to snap.
Yeah, they'd be wrecked.
He's just like grabbing on their antenna things, just like thwipping them around.
But okay, important question. Can a Teletubby die?
I think so.
Okay.
There was that one where the purple one, it was their funeral.
It had a funeral? In
Yeah,
the
they buried
Teletubbies?
him, but then it grew into a sunflower and emerged from the bloom.
That's terrifying.
This did not happen, guys.
Oh, God damn it. James.
I'm good, guys. So when Fumia realizes, it's just 5 black it's the 5 men that are affected. Us as out of our henshin will not be hit and such.
Okay,
What's
but
up?
But who's Soul?
they're like, oh, we're gonna tickle him. And I'm like, why wouldn't you just go grab the puppets while he's being tickled?
That was my
But they were
thought.
just standing there.
Also, why not just rip the heads off of these?
That's why I was like, this could get very dark.
Mm-hmm.
But it did not.
Nicole, if there was a doll of me like this, like in a voodoo sense of how it's portrayed in movies, if you had one of me, what would you do?
I would put it in a safe place.
Okay. Similarly to me, first, I would get just a sturdy glass mason jar and put the doll into there of you.
James.
I hope you poke holes in the top.
Marz doesn't get this joke, so we will not
Because
explain it
that's
to
a
him.
weird thing. No one fucking gets that joke until you explain it to them. Because that's a weird thing.
Is it the guy who pissed on Jesus in a mason jar?
No, it's people who do like action figure cum tributes and they fill up a jar of their cum and it like fills it up. And then you can't see it anymore. It's kind of like, those prehistoric eggs that like, it's a goopy egg and you break it open and then, the goop goes away and, oh my God, it's a dinosaur.
No.
Maybe that's why people do it. Tyler Bergquist bought us one.
He bought you
A dinosaur.
cum egg?
No, a dinosaur egg.
A keg, if you would.
And then I never opened it, and it just, I think, leaked out onto the top of this, and I had to, clean it off.
Because that toy was for boys. That's why I don't know what it is.
Oh.
My condolences.
Because boys like gooey things.
Nicole, this is us as adults. My adult friend bought this for us.
Not us.
Hey, he gave it
It
while
was
you were there.
for you.
I don't know. Well, do you want me to ring him right now?
Okay, sorry I don't remember this like random fucking thing that Tyler got you, 9 years ago?
It's been 9 years. Probably, yeah.
10 years.
That I probably saw for all of 10 seconds.
Yeah, and you probably like shook it around and you were like, hee, goopy. So it did look like pissy cum, though.
Okay.
To bring it back.
Terrifying.
Bring
it back to what?
When he's like, I know what's going on, they take over the situation. They're all demorphed and start shaking things up, say, fuck you, pal. And they obtain all the puppets and start beating up on the Garros one.
Yeah.
And back at their base, the zone, he's getting pummeled. And Billion says he's the one who says, I'll cut them down. And he also says one of my favorite lines, which is, so much for this doll operation. This is none of my business.
And everyone just leaves.
I guess because they're like, well, nothing bad's going to happen. The 5 men aren't going to yank its head off.
Yeah, because the children made it.
But then a dog finds it and starts humping it.
No.
Ew.
A raccoon finds it and starts stabbing it with a bone.
Yes.
Yeah.
Give a new meaning to the term boner, am I right?
I mean, apparently most mammals do actually have a bone in their penis. We're just
Damn.
weird.
Wow. You could break your peen.
Literally.
Yeah.
Get it in a sling.
That's why it goes inside your body.
To protect it. If only our necks went inside our body to protect it.
Like a turtle.
Yeah. Turtle. That was a frequent comment on the Penteveret of people saying, where's Dana Carvey?
What? Why?
Because they were in Wayne's World together and on
They're
SNL.
in one movie.
Yeah. They were buddies. Party time excellent.
Party time excellent.
At this time, Fumia is throwing out like razor ninja stars, and
Yeah.
it lands right in Dongaros's stomach, and he goes, "My beloved tummy."
I did like that line, my beloved Tunny, because I emotionally relate to the Toad Man. And that just cemented it. Also, why did they feel the need to give him like man boobs?
Does he?
He has man boobs, yeah.
Oh,
I was just like, why did they give that to him? He could have just been a cool mushroom man.
True.
because he's a mushroom man with some heavy melon breasts.
Okay. I'm pretty sure he also says these are well made.
What?
What?
the
Oh.
weapon.
Well, because he's a merchant. He
Yeah.
wants merchandise to sell to people, and he's like, oh, fuck, maybe I need to get in business. That would be a beautiful ending to this show, is like Dongaros teams up with them, and he's like, I'm going to sell, I'm going to sell self-defense to people, not weapons to people. Then I'm like, oh, yeah, that's not good.
I mean, also maybe now he just tries to get in fights with them to steal their weapons and then sell them on eBay or something
Scrappy.
to people like
Okay.
James, who wants to spend too much money for 5-man merch.
I don't want to. If I had the money, I totally would have bought that one at that festival we were at.
Yeah, they should. They should be like, they should get stuff from the 5-man and just sell it and be like, this is 5-man shit and make money that way.
That's some Bozak level stuff, though.
Yeah.
Oh, man. We need to write a Sentai.
No.
Then you have
Okay.
to admit that the true villain all along is capitalism
Capitalism.
and imperialism. But I think that was already clearly stated.
Yeah. They're the Imperial Zone army, and they are the bad guys.
Yes.
For my real thing, I would just soak you in THC oil.
Oh,
Your
no.
doll.
I would die.
this now.
Yeah.
I would die.
No, it's just slightly affects you. Oh, and we didn't mention the design of the monster of the week. He looks like a vividly colored Cenobite because he's a lizard with like his chest cut open and peeled apart, and you see his bones.
Yeah. I'm very happy to see colorful monsters that don't all look the same. I really like the costume work in this.
It's very good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, I'm glad I don't have that like phobia of holes because it just had like holes everywhere. And I thought it was really cool, but I was like, that would be terrifying.
That's a Larry the Cable Guy, like alternate universe bit. And he's like, and my aunt, she's covered in holes, and I got that phobia, so I don't see her much.
I mean, it is like a genuine skin disease or effect. People react to like moles and things or with that honeycombs.
I want to be that honeycomb bear from the commercials, the honeycomb commercials,
I have no idea what you're talking
the cereal commercials.
No, what?
For the cereal honeycomb.
No?
He's like a crazy bear.
That's not a bear.
Yeah, he is.
No.
Yeah. He's like a bear who's just like a big old ball. He's like a mad ball.
I know what you're talking about.
Okay, let me
That's a
check
bear?
this. Yeah, I think that's intended to be a bear because bears love honey. You know, Winnie the Pooh.
Bears love honey. I think
mean,
I'm starting
yeah.
to remember a little bit. I remember the cereal now.
It's just like a hairy circle with thin arms and legs.
Is it Crazy Craving? Yeah, it has to be. Crazy Craving. Oh, it's a marsupial-like cartoon. So he could be a drop bear.
Yeah.
There you go, baby.
Could be a possum.
Officially a cryptid.
Wait, Crazy Craving or drop bears?
No, drop bears are a cryptid.
Oh, okay.
I'm saying crazy cravings are now.
Well, my last note is they're not even trying to hide the fact that each one is the specific 5-man to these kids because 5 siblings come up. The one holding the pink 5-coon is dressed in pink, such and such. And they're like, hey, here you go. It's baffling.
They're like, who are adults gonna believe? They're not gonna believe a bunch of kids.
They're also known as the sibling teachers. I noted. I was just like, is that this exists in a weird fantasy world where kids know enough about their teachers' personal lives.
The group of kids just address them as the sibling teachers.
Yeah. And also, I was shocked that the villains knew their identities.
Yeah, they've known that.
They've known that, okay.
Because they killed their parents when they were kids, and I think they're like, well, we know these kids' names.
Oh.
Because their parents were screaming, like blood-curdling screams were just those 5 names.
Good to know, yeah. Great terror response to just yell the names of your children.
I'd love if Arthur G6, the robot that you saw him turn into a big old gun, but
Yeah.
if...
Yeah, I wrote, look out, he's got a gun.
Yeah.
He is a gun.
Look out, he's a gun.
If he had encountered the zone and they're like, who are you? And Arthur's like, we met before. Like, I brought them. We don't remember that. We could have swore just all those children, 2 of them babies, just kind of crawled away on their own. Nope. This is kind of mean. This is hurtful that you're saying this. You didn't remember me, a robot. And they're like, we don't think of robots as a person, though.
Oof. That calls for a civil rights fuck me. Calls for a civil court case.
Yeah.
Civil rights court case to deal with that.
You guys got any more notes?
They're sentient.
Oh, yeah. The dolls are now sentient.
That's how it ends, and it's terrifying.
And will, I believe, become kind of the narrators of the episodes for maybe 10 episodes. And they probably realized people aren't liking this. Let's kind of go back to what we were doing in the beginning.
Okay.
The red one was hot.
Oh, yeah. This season, I think all of them are hot. There's not a bad looking.
Yeah.
The genes in this family. I'd like to come in them.
Okay.
All right, sir.
In the jeans.
Sir.
Who.
Sir.
Put those jeans in a big ol'. I'm
Mason
gonna.
jar.
Yeah, and I'm gonna washboard them on my ribbed condom.
Wow.
I'm happy for you. I'm proud of you, and I accept you for who you are.
Mm-hmm. And speaking of sibling teachers,
Okay.
they use their techniques, the things they teach to children as means of battling these zone enemies. Marz, if you were a sibling teacher fighting with the 5-man, or just like a sibling or a cousin teacher, like, hey, I'm hanging out with you guys, we're cool. You don't need to be a long-lost sibling. That it would just confuse storyline. What subject would you teach and how would you use that to take down the zone army?
What subject would I teach? I would probably be a history teacher.
All right.
I like teaching history. And I would use it to take down the zone army by teaching children the history of imperialism and how it's bad.
All right.
Especially, in the case of Japan, they have a very sort of history that we don't talk about here in the U.S. as much because World War II is mostly focused on Europe and then Pearl Harbor, but that's about it. But they actually were like a terrifying imperial force. So, in this assumption that I'm Japanese, I'd probably try and be more conscious and teach that. Or if I'm here in the United States, I would like to also teach about our empire to children and be like, hey, maybe we should be aware of this. And of course, if I did that, I get fired. So maybe that'd be bad.
Imperialism is just always bad because you are imposing your thoughts and views and claiming property to things that don't need to be.
Yeah, amongst other things. And
Then you'd have a child uprising.
exactly.
It's insane how children haven't done that already with social issues.
They've tried. I mean, they've been doing it.
Because just, hey, get on TikTok, say, hey, on this day, it's count day. Let's threaten to not go to school, and then we'll start getting some change here.
What do you think? How do you think the Storm Area 51 thing came about?
Wait, that's children?
I mean, I think it was. A lot of people got onto it and spread through teens and children and other stuff like that.
Well, they need to use that for good.
I bet they have.
Or say like, hey, we all got cyanide pills, and if you don't do what we
Oh my
want,
God.
we'll make
There
sure
was that walkout
Yeah.
a while ago.
we need
but,
more than that.
But like you said, they should do it on count day because then they'll actually care because it's about money.
Yeah. That's how America speaks.
Yeah.
Cha-ching.
You gotta play the game.
To make the change.
Ooh.
Cha-ching. Marz, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Do you have anything to plug?
I have an Instagram account where I post my art. And I believe it is just Marz_art Swede, spelled as in Sweden without the N. Check me out and like my work and hire me to make you art.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
And that will be in the description, so you'll be able to just double click, copy, paste into Instagram.
Yep, perfect. Yep, it's a lot of D&D stuff, so if you need D&D character art, that's probably my best jam.
Hell yeah. Nicole, what you got?
As always, darling home follow. I'm starting over. Wait, do you have that like bumper or whatever? Did you do that?
I did not.
All right, cool. Saturday, May 14th is the next Darling Homebody Shopping Network at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. There's a Facebook event page. Go to like any of my social medias, and the link in the bio
In the bayou.
has you click on it, and then you can click going, and then that'll be good. Also, speaking of, follow me, Darling Homebody, on social medias. Go to darlinghomebody.com to look at creepy cute stuff that I make, and patreon.com/darlinghomebody. This month is Mermaid Cat.
Hell yeah. Hey guys, listen to my other podcast, Hit It and Crit It. That's a D&D podcast. Also, Sweet Child of Time. That's a Wheel of Time podcast that I do with Steve Barnes. He's been on this show before. And Shuffling the Deck. That's an ICP podcast where Sean Marciniak, a longtime friend of the pod, he's on there. We're listening through all the ICP albums, trying to make a definitive introductory playlist of that stuff, so you don't have to tread through all the shit that they sometimes do. And listen to my music under Marsh, Land, Monster, wherever music is found, or go to mlmpod.com for links to the podcast and to download or listen to my music. And please go to patreon.com/MLMpod, where for $5 a month you get exclusive podcasts such as Engage with Nicolas Cage with Nicole and I, The Toku Reading Corner, Death from Above, a Sam and Max podcast, and This Existed. However, in the coming months, we are going to change some things up. The Toku Reading Corner will be saying bye-bye to, but once a month, we will be doing an exclusive bonus episode of this show, Mostly Speakin' Sentai, where we're going to be doing shorter series over there. We currently on Twitter at MSSPod have a poll going to try and figure out what we're doing. It's between Akiba Ranger, Garo, the High School Heroes, and Kamen Rider Amazons, meaning the newest series of Amazons, not the old one from the 70s. So go vote for that and go over to patreon.com/MLMpod to start listening to what we got already. There's 2 years of material. It's a good time. And if you're a $10 patron, you get exclusive watch-alongs and shout-outs on every single free podcast. So let's begin with that, starting with Steve F., Eric Berry of Ranger Command Power Hour, Alex Z, The Waz, Orion, he's a rapper, Defo, D-F-O, Kayla, aka Two Grapes, Jordan B, The Chaos Witch, and the aforementioned Steve Barnes. I've been James.
I'm Nicole.
I'm Marz.
And we've been Mostly Speaking Sentai. Bye-bye.
P.
This has been a Marshland Media production, produced by James McCollum. For more content, please visit mlmpod.com. To support our network and have access to exclusive podcasts, head over to patreon.com/MLMpod and sign up today. Oh, yeah.